All right, today's the football international break right now, but there's no rest for us, basically, Sanele.
Yeah.
So we did have national teams going up against each other this week.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to start with Bafana because that is our national team. And they were up against Namibia, which was a game that ended in 1-1. And I know Sanele is laughing right now because... Why are you laughing?
Absolutely shambolic.
Why are you laughing?
Like it's absolutely shambolic.
What's
performance.
shambolic?
Like our performance as a country.
But it
Like,
wasn't that bad.
No, it was. How can you come on, bro? Like, come on, don't do that. I know you're the host of the show, but don't sit on the fence.
No, I'm not
Don't
sitting
sit-
on the, I'm not sitting on the
Like,
fence.
are you
That's
serious? Against Namibia?
No, I just feel like it's so easy for us to just bash Bafana. Like even, like I do understand it was a draw against Namibia, which is unacceptable. But
No, admit it's shambolic.
no, but the performance wasn't that bad. I mean, it was a 1-1 draw. We did score first, and Namibia did equalize. But overall, do you think it was a bad game?
No, but it's the same narrative with the Bafana, let's be
Yeah.
honest. I mean, we can get in the lead and somehow we have white line fever and they get it back, the opposition will get it back. So it's the same rhetoric. You can change the coach, you can
Yeah.
change the tactics, but it's the same bloody storyline with the Bafana. So, and I just don't get it because we've got a pool of talent. We've got people who can play football, bro.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
then when it comes to the national side, something just does not go right, and it's the same bloody narrative. I'm tired of this.
Speaking
bruh.
about the pool of players, obviously Coach Molefe did field a very young side, very inexperienced side for the game. You know, getting the lads in to get the experience at an international stage.
Yeah.
Obviously, the main Dallas didn't play, Percy Tau
Yes,
didn't play,
yes.
Andile Jali didn't play. So you could say it was expected that you could get a draw because you're having young players who are not that experienced playing in international football.
You can't say that, but it's against Namibia. Like that's inexcusable, right? At least okay, sneaky. I wouldn't have been happy with a 1-0 win.
Yeah.
But now to draw it, I mean that's absolutely shambolic, bro. Okay, I get it that it was a young pool of players. You expect some sort of the link play won't be as smooth as it is with the main dollars in there. I get it, but we still have a massive pool of talent in this country. And for us to draw against, no disrespect Namibia, but come on, to draw against you guys, come on, bro. Come on.
You are disrespecting Namibia.
No, I'm
Not
not.
saying no disrespect. But anyway, we are
Yeah.
playing against Zambia on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we are going to be having our experienced players back in the squad. So Zambia is not an easy team to play against.
At all, at
So a lot of people will say if you can't beat Namibia, then how are you going to do
Beat.
against Ghana? But the other side is that the experienced players will be coming back into the side. So how do you see that one going on Sunday?
I honestly see us losing.
Really?
Yeah, I see us losing. To be honest with you, I have no hope.
Just like that.
Yeah, we
Gone.
lose. Yeah, done.
Yo, we'll talk about this next week, huh?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
We'll
It's
talk
fine.
about this next week.
It's fine.
I don't see a defeat on Sunday.
I don't see a win.
You don't see a win.
I don't see a win.
You don't see 50-50 though.
No, hell no. No, man.
Come on.
No,
like
it's
when
not.
we haven't even seen, like we're talking about the pandemic and how things
Yes,
have
of course,
changed
of course.
and how you can't expect performances from teams. So we haven't really seen how Zambia play.
Yeah, no,
in
that's
recent
fine.
times.
But having said that, we've never actually seen a performance from Bafana pre-pandemic, during pandemic, after pandemic. It's the same flat line, so it doesn't matter. I'm saying I'm not seeing a win. That's all I'm saying. You're saying you're not seeing a loss. I'm saying I'm not seeing a
We'll
win.
talk about this next week.
100%.
Right, other games in international football, we saw Portugal against Spain.
Yeah.
That was a drab 0-0 draw, very disappointing game. I mean, pre-match, it was touted as a humdinger because
Of course,
Ronaldo
I
was
mean,
playing.
it's expected.
You know, Ronaldo was and Portugal, it's just goals left, right and center.
Yeah.
Spain have Kepa in goals, so we expected goals, but it didn't happen.
It kept a clean.
It didn't happen.
Yeah.
So a 0-0 draw at the end.
Yeah, it was a drab encounter, especially when looking at this encounter, the first thing you think of is the World Cup. I mean, what
Yeah.
happened, that magic that took place in the World Cup.
The 3-3 draw.
Exactly. So you were thinking that it's gonna be the same humding, it's gonna be the same slugfest, but no.
Yeah.
no. Kept a clean sheet, but I mean,
It was such a bad game to watch, man. Like the combos weren't communicating for the lads.
Yeah.
Like we usually see Portugal and Spain, those short, intricate passes are
they're ballers.
Yeah,
they're ballers,
yeah.
and they just were not connected in this match, and it ended up being a drab match, and the score was the result of how the match was. So nothing really much that can be said there.
Yeah. Flip side, France against the Ukraine. was an absolute
Massacre.
goal fest.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about 7 because there's something that happened recently in the Premier League.
You
But
love the
France-
number 7, huh?
But France did score 7,
Yeah, no,
which
they did.
didn't remind me of good things. But it was a 7-1 win for France.
At least it
Only-
wasn't 6-2. Oh, 6-1.
We're getting 6s and 7s.
I'm telling you.
It was a 7-1 win for France. Giroud getting in the score sheets.
Yeah.
You know, the likes of
Griezmann as well.
getting into the score
Yeah.
sheet. So it was a very good game, a very healthy win for the world champions against a weakened Ukraine side because they also had a few players who tested positive.
No, 100%. But you still don't. I don't know. You still don't expect a team to put 7 past you. At the end of the
Mbappe
day.
scored as well in the game.
Yeah, he did. But you still don't expect. I mean, this. Essentially, what we are saying when you play for the national team, you are the best of the best in that country.
Yeah.
And 7 went past you against the world champions. And mind you, let's give a big up to the world champions because, to be honest with you, for me, I never touted France to win the World Cup. They were always soft for me. So for them to come up with performances after means actually they were a formidable team, and they are a formidable team with the players that they have. So they've been putting goals past teams left, right and center. So big ups to them, and they played very well. And Giroud being number 2 on the all-time score list for France.
Let's talk about that.
Let's touch on, and he scored on his 100th on his 100th cap.
debut as captain as well.
As captain as well. So big ups to him. Let's touch on that because
Like-
that's an absolute shocker. I bet you didn't expect that stat right there.
Like
So,
he
yeah.
has passed the legendary Michel Platini.
He did.
We know
yes.
Platini is arguably, France's greatest player ever alongside Zidane
Exactly.
and Henry. Henry has 51 goals and Giroud is 9 goals behind Henry. Can you imagine France having Olivier Giroud as their all-time leading scorer?
And I think he'll do it. I think that is the biggest football troll in history. The man who started the World Cup, finished it, scored 0 goals from game 1 to the last game, and he's second on the all-time
Does he have
French
a World
list.
Cup goal though? I
No,
don't-
he doesn't. It's 0. Like he does
So
not.
where are all these goals coming from? Friendlies?
I don't know.
Clearly.
I mean, I don't remember him scoring in 14. I don't remember him. Was he there in
He was there in 14.
He was there.
But Benzema was playing,
Yeah.
obviously.
So
And he wasn't there in 2010. I
So-
think this probably was his second World Cup.
So he never scored, but yet here he is. Like this is the biggest troll in football history. Here is Giroud at number 2, but you know what? Big ups to him because he is. I see him as an effective player, even though he doesn't score. Yes, his main job is to score, but big ups to him. He is an effective player.
Yeah.
He manages to link well with other people like Griezmann. So he has that firepower to supply to others, and we all know how good he is in the air. So he's not a flop, not at all. Yeah, but he just doesn't do the number 1 job, which
is scoring goals.
to do, which is scoring goals.
It's
But-
almost unbelievable that he
It-
has 42,
I mean,
41,
he's,
42 goals.
He's number 2 on the list. That within itself, I don't care if he had 2 goals for his national team. The fact that he's number 2 on the all-time list to pass Michel Platini, that for me that's
crazy.
Wow. I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah. Lastly, of course, was England against Wales. There's a lot of games that happened, but we're just going to touch on the main ones.
Yeah.
So England up against Wales.
Yeah.
That was also an international friendly. England at Wembley getting 3 goals against the Welsh, which is something that was expected by a lot of people because Wales isn't that strong at the moment without Gareth Bale as well.
Yeah, it isn't, but I didn't expect a drubbing like that, I'll be honest
Yeah.
with you, because with those teams like your Englands and your Wales, your Englands and your Irelands, your Scotlands, and yes, they're not the greatest team, but when they come against each other, they have like a grudge match,
Yeah.
and yes, they will win, but not by that scoreline. So I was expecting them to win. That was what I was expecting, but
But you
I think
expected
no.
more of a fight from Wales.
Yeah, I expected more of a fight. I mean, because they are basically playing their neighbors, and you know how the neighbors always want to get one over the main dollar. So I was expecting more.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin scoring on debut. He's been on fire.
No, he's been on form, and I mean, good big ups for him because he came out of nowhere. To be honest with you, he's not somebody I was touting to.
Do you think
be-
it's a purple patch though? Like he's
Of
just
course
he's having
it
a
is.
Martial moment
No,
where
he is. Shut up,
is
bro.
having a Martial moment
Shut up, bro.
where he's going to score for like 10 games in a row and then flat for the entire for the rest of the season.
Look, I hope not, because it's refreshing to have a new face scoring left, right, and center. But I do suspect that it is. But I mean, like I say, from my own personal point of view, I hope it's not, and that he continues banging in.
Do you
the
rate
goals.
him though, as a striker?
That's a very interesting question. It's a yes or no for me.
Why? Why no?
Because he doesn't have the minerals to prove that he's there. He's a household name.
But he is proving it right now.
Yeah, but it could be a purple patch. That's what I'm saying. So that's why it's a yes. I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know whether he is proving it. He will have to do it for the next coming season and the next coming season for us to say, yeah, I rate him.
Yeah.
But for now, it could be a guy just hitting peak form, and it could just drop after that. Hopefully not. So that's why for me it's more a no than a yes, but both.
Sure.
Yeah.
Danny Ings as well, getting his first international goal. Now he's a striker who has proven his prowess over a longer period of time, alongside the likes of Vardy as well.
And considering the fact that he went through a horrific stage at Liverpool with injuries. They plagued him, and he seems to be set free in Southampton, and he's doing the job at Southampton, and he's also transferred that for his national team. So big ups for him. He is proving to be a seasoned player or striker. If he can bang it for his club and bang it for his country, I mean, that tells you something.
Yeah, obviously it's going to be the last week now of international football, and then next week we have the main guys back. Do you want to talk about the Premier League? Because I don't want to talk about the Premier League right now.
Listen, I think
should we leave it for next week?
No, let's not, because no, between you and I, we should not talk about it.
We should not talk about it right now.
So yeah,
but we're gonna leave it for next week.
Guys, thank you for tuning in.
By the way, United Liverpool fan. So now you know why.
I think they already suspected. Thank you again for tuning in. Catch you next week. Comment, like, and subscribe, and peace.